Delectable small game birds are undoubtedly at the center of some Thanksgiving meals on Oahu and Kauai. Hunters got the birds using a put-and-take system set up by the DLNR Division of Forestry and Wildlife. Since 2017, DOFA has flown hundreds of birds, some 4,100 miles from Wisconsin, to brooding and rearing facilities in Hawaii. After about 6 weeks, a mix of melanistic mutant pheasants, ringneck pheasants, and chukar partridges are moved to fly pens, where they spend another 10 weeks to reach maturity. Wildlife biologist Nick Vargas heads up the release program on Oahu.
We banned the birds in order to kind of keep track of them for the season. We previously banned birds from other years, so with these ones it kind of helps us out which year these birds are coming from, if they do survive past the season. And the other interesting thing that we do learn from tagging is that sometimes we figure out that we have different release points in the GMA. So sometimes we find that hunters are actually getting birds that were originally released on, like, let's say the forest side of the GMA. They found them on the ranch side and vice versa. So we are seeing that these birds are moving.
Just in time for each hunting season, the birds are trucked to state game management areas and released.
It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of volunteer effort, and a lot of staff effort to continuously feed them, water them, and make sure that they're healthy and strong for the beginning of the hunting season.
They leave the mainland as day-old chicks.
And they're imported to Hawaii via airplane. So we get them through animal quarantine. USDA inspects them and deems them okay, and then we get them from the airport and bring them to our brooder house. So for our GMA, we do a put-and-take system. All the money from hunting licenses and the bird stamps goes directly into this game bird rearing program. So we use those funds to be able to use this put-and-take system where we can physically raise the birds until they're fully mature and healthy, and we put them out for the hunters to be able to hunt. Success rates of normal kind of like wild habitats or wild birds to be able to survive is pretty low. So that's why we have these put-and-take systems where we can kind of stock the GMA.
As you can see, these pheasants are beautiful with iridescent greenish-black plumage. And like all the game bird species released in Hawaii, Vargas says they're good eating.
All good eating birds, yeah. I personally had pheasant before, pheasants that we've raised that come out here and hunt with my uncles. Chukars, I'm intrigued. I'm planning on coming out and possibly getting a chukar sometime during the season, but yeah, all good eating birds.
During the small game bird hunting season in 2021, a total of 13 releases were scheduled for the game management area. Kauai also has a put-and-take small game bird program and imports even more birds than Oahu on an annual basis, totaling 700 for the 2021 hunting season.
I would say that hunters are a huge value to our state managed systems, our forest reserves, our GMAs, just because they're the ones that are utilizing the resource. The hunters are a huge asset to us. We learn a lot from them, even from this game bird rearing program. We get a lot of advice from them, so that way we can continuously improve. So yeah, hunters are basically our first line of defense on whether or not management actions need to change. We've been getting a lot of good reviews from the hunters that the birds are pretty full, pretty healthy birds. So yeah, hopefully some guys are able to use them for their Thanksgiving meal and can share them with their family and their friends, and you know, it might spike an interest in some new upcoming people to come hunt. And yeah, come hunt and partake in the game species that we have.